Cadillac grills, Cadillac mills. Check out the oil my Cadillac spills.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
I like that. I like that intro.
I do too.
I really do like that intro.
I do too, man. It's what's up.
It's what the business is.
God, look at my head. Hey,
Oh, well, let's look at your head from this angle then.
yeah,
If
that's
we're-
a pretty bad looking head in my gut. Golly, dog.
That be
What are you doing to me?
There, like, now all you see is your head.
Yeah, can you give me face on or something, bro? Give me face on or something, dude. That's
There,
not good.
You're more. You can look at that one.
Can you just, dude? You're winning the camera game right now. Bad.
You know, just get over it. It's just
Okay,
it's
all
just
right,
camera
fuck it.
angles.
All right,
It's
fuck it.
fine.
All
No
right.
big deal.
Yeah, fuck it.
Bourbons and Likes coming at you from Casa de Bob.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, there's more music. See, I'm over here mixing, and there we are. There, Bourbons and Likes.
We're here, right?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, cool.
Audio brought to you by Wavespace Audio.
Yeah.
And we are doing our thing, and Bob, we're here. We're live.
All right, I want to throw a shout out real quick to our place of employment, TradelineMotorcars.com, Carrollton, Texas. If you're looking for a badass deal on a badass pre-owned car, hit us up.
Yes, come see us. Come see me. Come see me. Screw see us. Come see me.
Come see Serge.
I'll hook you up. I'm gonna check us real quick. You can talk.
All right.
Talk for a second.
So this is live episode 2. We've done a few on Stereo app, a few shows, but this is the second one we've done live on video. We talk about whiskey and cars and everything under the stars. Tonight we are consuming a Kentucky bourbon whiskey called Rowan's Creek.
Rowan's Creek.
Rowan's Creek.
Nice. Where's it from? Kentucky?
It's from Kentucky, yeah.
It's from Kentucky.
I assume it's from a creek. No, it's Bardstown, Kentucky.
It's made with creek water.
Well, so it tastes like it might be made with creek water.
I got to do a shout out. What's up to David Herrera? He said do a shout out time. So David wants to say what's up to his girl sitting next to him.
Cool.
So here we are. We are talking. We got a couple things on the agenda tonight, but let's talk about Russ Martin.
Yeah.
So we're located in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So for those of you that are in the DFW area and you have you've listened to the radio for a while, Bob, I'm getting a repeat of me. Bob, all I'm hearing is you gotta turn your thing down.
Freaking old man problems, dude.
You can't listen to yourself. You gotta turn it down. We're located in the just turn.
Dude, how do you turn it down?
Turn down the volume.
This is Allie's fucking...
All you do is push the button up top. There's got to be like a volume thing. Oh my god, this is hilarious.
Got it.
There we go.
Oh,
This is better than just. I think we should just do a whole show of Bob trying to figure out technical support on this. This is pretty outrageous, actually. So, I think we got it now, right?
oh, yeah.
We're good now. Okay.
Never doubt.
So Russ Martin, he was a radio personality here in Dallas-Fort Worth
Right.
for many, 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 many years. He passed away on Saturday. We're not quite sure how. They haven't really said how he passed away. Besides,
No.
he was unresponsive at his home. But you know, he was a local legend. He was a radio pioneer. He was a shock jock, quote unquote. He was one of the first guys doing all that stuff. So, what do you remember about him, Bob?
I mean, I just remember him being on the Eagle, right? Doing a show on the Eagle. If you're from Dallas and you're our age, then you probably jammed out on the Eagle. You know, that was back before all this high-tech shit we have now with, all of our... I mean, this is back when... this goes back as far as tapes.
Oh, yeah.
This goes back as far as tapes. So, I just remembered listening to him on the Eagle and just laughing my ass off at all the crazy shit he'd say and do.
He had all kinds of shenanigans.
He did.
I'll give him that much.
He did.
He was a very talented individual.
You know, and I don't want to, just to jump right to the point, I don't want to, just assume that some certain thing happened to Russ. But it sounds like he was not in great health. But let's be honest, some of these DJs, these radio DJs, they live pretty crazy lives.
They are rock stars in their own regard. We're not going to get into all of my stories, but yeah, I've lived some good times, being on the radio.
I bet you have, Sergio.
I have. Mm-hmm. I have. Here's the one thing I remember about Russ Martin. I was fortunate enough to work in the same building as him.
Fido, what's up, Fido?
He worked at our sister station, Live 105.3 The Fan. I was working at Hot 100. Literally, like, we shared studios, like the building and all that. And the one thing I remember is that they would always send out emails saying, like, hey, between the hours of 3 and 5, don't be in the hallway. And there's some kind of bit going on. Between the hours of 3 and 5, don't go to the parking lot. Something's going to explode.
Right.
The cool thing about him is that, radio has always been like theater of the mind, where everything is like, obviously it's insinuated. They're making a lot of this stuff as they go to make it feel very real.
Right.
This son of a bitch would do it.
Yeah.
Like something would really blow up in the parking lot. He wanted to take a dump like a cat. So you walked into the men's bathroom and there was a kiddie pool. And this kiddie pool was full of kitty litter. And there's pictures of him like sitting down, copping a squat with a phone, like a magazine or something. He's taking a dump in there. It's like all the stuff that he did, he actually did it. That was so cool about him, is like he wasn't just like portraying that he was doing it. They were doing it. They were doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And that was the coolest thing I remember about him. But the other thing I remember about him, I worked late nights, overnights. Every now and then he would come in like late at night and he wouldn't have his access card. And he would just like buzz the thing. And you had access to the little door. And he's like, hey, can you let me in? You go over there, you let him in. And he's just like, hey, sir, thanks. How you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Just like, he didn't have to say hi to me.
No, not at all.
He could just be like, hey, you know who the fuck I am? Let me in.
I'm Russ, bitch.
Well, okay, so when I got hired on, the day I got hired, they're giving us the tour.
Yeah.
And they're showing us around the studios and all that. And they told us, they said, just remember, they said the only person that can fire you besides the program director is Russ Martin. If Russ Martin wants you gone, you're gone. And they were like, we're dead serious. We're not making this up. This does happen from time to time. And in the 3.5 years that I worked there, he did it one time. And she disrespected him first. It was some promo girl that was just like talking shit to him.
Right.
Kind of disrespected him. And he was just like, fucking, you're gone. But in his defense, she did it first.
That's kind of cool. I mean, you're cool when like a hot promo chick, pops off to you and you're just like, the fuck out of here.
Well, but the thing I'm saying is that there were many snafus over the time with him. And, when you're doing promotions and all that, sure. And, street team, there were many snafus and he let a lot of that stuff slide. But when you disrespect him directly, he's like, no, you're gone. Right. Which is cool because everybody else is like, oh shit, Russ is here. If we fuck up, we're going home. He didn't do that, but he did do that one time. But like I said, she egged it on.
I mean, you're talking about a cat who literally at one point in time, CBS paid him $1.1 million to not be on the air.
Yes.
To not be on the air.
Well, okay, so...
But how cool is that?
So we were at...
Hey, Bob, I want to pay you $1 million to not sell a car.
So we were at Live 105.3, and he was at Live 105.3, and then it changed over to 105.3 The Fan, which is sports talk radio.
Sure.
And
they still wanted him, right?
They wanted him, but they wanted him to start doing his bit, but talk sports.
Right.
He's like, I don't know anything about sports. So he left, and the Eagle wanted him back, but he pretty much had like a non-compete, and it was like, okay, well, you're going to stay off the air for X amount of time, and then at some point you can come back. But yeah, in theory, he got paid $1 million to not be on the radio.
Do you think he was like, man, I don't know anything about sports? And they're like, well, what do you know stuff about? And he's like, well, let me think. Cocaine.
Like white trash parties.
White trash parties. You ever heard of GHB?
Now here, Now he did have some really cool parties. The White Trash Party. He was really big about his fans. He loved his fans. He loved his listeners. He loved interacting with them. He had a listeners foundation, or he had the foundation for the fallen first responders. Mm-hmm. He still has that foundation. They said one of the last things he did alive was cut a check for $40,000 to a local Dallas police officer that died in the line of duty.
Nice.
That was like one of the last things he did. He was really big on taking care of first responders, and he had that foundation. And then he also did a lot of stuff with the animals. I believe it was Operation Kindness in Carrollton near us, and or maybe it's Farmers Branch. But he was really big about taking care of the animals, and taking care of first responders. And that's cool, man. That's
cool.
I mean, if you're gonna be famous and you're gonna do something in the city, why not? Why not give back?
For sure. I just remember, it's like you had way more. Well, you were in radio, so you had more of an in track to that whole thing. But I would just remember being younger and just listening to him do wacky shit on the radio, and I would listen to him. I mean, I'd listen to him just because he would get out there. You know what I mean?
He would get out there.
Yeah, he would get way out there.
And I remember when I got hired on, that was like a really exciting thing for me. It's like, oh, dude, I'm gonna be in the same building as this guy. I'm gonna get to see him in action, and that was really cool to me. That was like, I was in radio for 3.5 years. I'm one of only a few thousand people that can say that they've been on FM radio in Dallas. I was like very low on the Z list. If there's an A, B, C, D, E, F, G list, I'm on the Z list.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool. It was cool to say I got to work alongside him. I got to see him in action. Professional, man. That's a pro. That was in our line of work. That was a pro's pro, like Mount Rushmore. So it's cool, man. It's sad to hear that he passed, but he had a lot of demons, and hopefully he's at ease now. So that's what I really got to say about that, man. But I wanted to just say something because, from an aspiring broadcaster, I grew up listening to the dude. I got to work alongside him, and I still get to live this dream in some way.
Hang on, I'm sharing this with a group that I just got added to. Can I discuss this group real quick, dude?
Yeah, talk about the group.
It's crazy. It's called Old School Hangouts in Dallas.
Okay.
So it's called Old School Hangouts in Dallas, and what it is, it's basically just a bunch of people, like probably yours to my age, who used to party in Dallas at different clubs and bars and stuff like that, and we're literally just reminiscing and going back and talking about all these bars and clubs we used to hang out at, right? So, and we've touched on this already, sort of in the show. We talked about dive bars, right? But just going back into like the 90s and
Somebody
shit.
just point out Bronco Bowl.
Yeah, Bronco Bowl. Bronco Bowl. That's what a great place, right?
Perfect example. Great concerts.
I mean, I saw so many great shows there, but and I hope the group doesn't mind that I shared this to the group. They might not give a shit. I don't know, but we're Dallas people. This is a Dallas show. We just started this. We represent Dallas, which nobody really does, and they have talked about every club that I used to go to, from Club A to Iguana Mirage.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. To they go to the country sector. They hit Borrowed Money. They get into the dive bar. I mean, you can't name a bar or club from back in the day in that era that we all didn't go to. And then they're posting pictures and shit.
Live from 28, 26.
I mean, everybody's young, and everybody's got like fucking Flock of Seagulls hairdos and shit, and Z Cavaricis and fucking Gerbeau jeans, and we're all just at clubs, and everybody's hot, everybody's like hot, and all the chicks are hot, all the dudes are hot, and it's just really cool, and you forget so much about your life unless your memory is triggered, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because like these posts in this group are triggering memories for me that I had forgotten, I'd even forgotten, right? And all of a sudden they come back in vivid memory, right? And I'm like, wow, dude, like, that time we were at Club One, and shout out to my boy Chris Martinez, who sold me the replica Jag, right? But he is an owner at Club One, and You know, he was into 28, 26, and all these other places. I mean, all these places, right? All through Deep Ellum, just everywhere. All these cool clubs.
Dude, do you remember Have a Nice Day Cafe?
Yes, yeah.
When I was working in radio, I did promotions and I did remote engineering, and I spent.
Myrna just said the Beagle.
The
I mean,
Beagle.
the Beagle.
Dude, the Beagle
Just
was-
real quick, the Beagle has been mentioned a ton in this group.
The Beagle had a roof,
Shag
right?
carpet.
The Beagle had a
No,
roof,
no,
right?
no, no. Hang on. Let's
No,
be.
you couldn't get to the roof.
No, let's be very clear. The Sportatorium was a bar for my dad and many other dads, David. So the original Regal Beagle, okay?
I'm not talking about that one.
Okay, that was the original one, right? And it had the shag carpet,
Yeah.
okay? You could get fucked up in there just on the carpet. The carpet was that bad, right? Then on Lower Greenville or Lowest
Greenville.
they opened up the new Beagle.
That was just called the Beagle.
Right. I think that was owned or run or something by a dude named Rob. I can't remember his name, but Rob something. And they had the rooftop, and it was a more substantial club, right? Like
Yeah.
you walk in there, shit was going on in there. Dime pieces. I mean, dude,
Oh yeah. I've seen some craziness in the Beagle.
craziness.
Lots of craziness.
Lots.
But okay, so Have a Nice Day Cafe,
Mm-hmm.
and then right next to it was it was called Bar Dallas at one point, and then it changed to Tiki Bob's.
Yeah.
And we used to be there. The radio station was there every like Friday night for like a year, and I was there almost every Friday night for a year. And I'll tell you what, man, I've seen some. I was there Texas OU weekend back when the West End would get really hopping for Texas OU weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some craziness there. But yeah, the bars were great. Denim. Who said Denim and Diamond?
Myrna.
She said
Denim and Diamonds. Denim and Diamonds went hard. Dude, I used to. So we went through that. Did you go through the spell when the country shit was the deal?
when everybody
Like even if you weren't country, I'm kind of from the country actually.
yeah,
but
you were wearing like the pearl snap shirts and
no, not well.
and you had the bedazzled jeans and shit.
I didn't go I didn't go sissy and bud on that shit, but I did get the Wranglers. I starched them. That's good. I starched my Wranglers. I got the Bay Apache lace-up ropers, Justin Ropers,
Oh,
right?
God.
What, bro? And I had a nice belt. And I'd wear like a nice starched dress shirt, right, with my 20X Silver Belly hat.
So you look like George Strait in Pure Country, is what you're telling me.
I'd like to think so. But you know, we'd hit Denim and Diamonds. There was a place called Chances. It was right here by my place. It was right here at it was at Walnut Hill and 75, and they would have 2 nights a week, Wednesday and Sunday, penny drinks. So what happens is you'd get there.
Penny?
Yes, you'd get there. You'd have your tight ass Manmul toe Wranglers on, and you'd be like, and you'd have your Jerbo jeans. You'd have your. We would get like a roll of pennies, which is like basically represents alcohol poisoning at that point. And so we'd get the roll of pennies out, and we're just like in line at Chances. Your roll of pennies ended up looking like a dick print in your Wranglers, right? So you're sitting there and you're in line, and there's like 50 people in line, and all you're doing is you could get 2 drinks at a time. You'd finally get to the bar. You'd be like, I want 2 bourbon and Cokes. And they'd hit you with 2 bourbon and Cokes. You'd walk right back around to the end of the line.
Get in the line.
And drink them while you're in line to get 2 more. And you go,
How did you not get alcohol poisoning?
dude, I don't know who's listening to this, but we've had car accidents leaving that place. We've had, fist fights. I walked into an Eckerd's nearby with a busted open head it was just crazy.
You just dated yourself talking about Eckerd's. Some of these people are like, what
no,
the fuck is Eckerd's?
there was an Eckerd's near there. It's what CVS became, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was CVS.
It became CVS. Yeah.
Yeah, but people were like, what's
It
an
became
Eckerd?
CVS, right? What's an Eckerd's? They don't know what the hell that is. How's your whiskey, bro?
Oh, dude, this thing's money. It's
Jamming?
It's catching me. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, there's so much old.
Chess King in the mall. I don't know David Herrera, but I like him.
That's a buddy of mine. I've been trying to get him to come sell cars with us.
Dude, I worked at Chess King for like a semester in college.
Which one's Chess King?
Dude, it was they sold all the Z calves and.
Oh,
Okay, hey, here's another one. And so there was a place This is a great subject because there's so many things you can talk about, right?
Yep.
And it's very Dallas specific, right? So I moved to Dallas the summer before my sophomore year in high school from Wichita Falls, Texas, right? And I went to Lake Highlands High School, which oddly is right where I live now, right? And man, I showed up and I was like, I was a hick, you know? I showed up and I went to Lake Highlands and everybody in there looked like they were in excess. Everybody in the whole school thought they were Michael Hutchins or whatever his name is, right? They all thought they out there going to strangle themselves and die jerking off or whatever, right? And they all looked like the Cure and shit. I walked in, I was like, man, what the hell are these guys doing? But they all had this certain style, right? And I didn't have it. I didn't have that style. I didn't know anything about that style. I knew nothing about it. These guys have got like, you know, the crazy flock of seagulls or Depeche Mode or Cure hairdo, right?
Oh, Jesus.
And then did Myrna get onto us?
No. She just said slow that roll. I think talking about Eckarts.
Oh, sorry. And like the Zodiac shoes,
Yep.
Gerbeau jeans, Z Cavaricis, with like, and there was a store, it was like a clothing store in Dallas called Whereabouts.
Okay. I don't remember that one, but yeah.
You're too young for that. But all of us would go there and shop for clothes, right? I mean, I finally got hip to the game, right? So, you know, we were jamming, and there was a all-teen nightclub called Monopolies on Northwest Highway. You could go in there and act like you were an adult for a while.
You had fun there, huh?
I mean, I had fun everywhere.
You bugle boy, jeez.
Yeah, now the coolest thing that happens in a day is
if
you get a chandelier hung in your house while you're at work.
Can we change? Are we able to do that? Are we able to mess with the lighting on that?
Allie can do it.
Oh, but Allie can't do it.
She can turn it into party mode. It's called party mode.
We should put it in a party mode. Oh, look, there's. Oh no, that's not the chandelier. But I can get the camera. I could grab that camera and put it on the chandelier.
Can you point it at the?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't know how you do the.
No, here I got it.
Well, it needs to be on party mode. Hang on. Hey, Allie.
So, this is this chandelier.
Stand by.
Look at this chandelier, dude. It's like, how tall is it? 30 feet off the ground?
Yeah, maybe not 20 feet.
Okay, it's still pretty tall. And some dude came in with a scaffolding to put it up. So he definitely had to do his work to get it up there. Look at this thing. They just got it put up today. It's been hanging in the garage for 6 months, a year. Almost a year, dude. You've been in this house almost a year.
I know, but hang on. I know, but it was hanging in the garage for like 6 months while she.
Oh, there goes party mode.
While she rebeaded it and whatever, got it to where all the stuff was.
So she refinished it.
Well, yeah. So all of the what do you call those crystals or whatever they are?
Yeah.
This thing was very fucked up when we got it, and she took it and rebeaded all that stuff to make it all alike
Jesus.
all the way around, right?
Oh wow.
And
is that party mode?
Al, you got that party mode coming?
I know we're sitting here showing a camera on this thing and it's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
She should put it on.
I think it's going to offend our neighbors because I want everybody to know that our crystals. Yes, thank you, Myrna. Our average age of resident in my neighborhood is about 82.
I already told you, when you have it in party mode, it looks like you're coming to like Elton John's house in the 70s. Maybe Liberace's. Right now it's in Liberace mode.
Yeah.
Put it in party mode and it looks like Elton John.
I guess we're having
Allie,
more technical difficulty here.
Of course, yeah. It's more technical difficulty.
Anyway, so just keep your little camera handy if you want to there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, David Herrera brought up Aladdin's, the place at the mall. Tilt.
County seat.
Ooh, I do remember County
County
seat.
seat.
Owned by Levi's.
County seat.
Here, we're get the camera over here.
Is the Gap still in business?
Yeah, the Gap's still in business.
Is it? They still make red T-shirts and shit.
Yeah, and
Okay.
hoodies. They make a lot of hoodies.
Little red T-shirts with one pocket over here.
Yep.
Because nobody ever puts a
Do you remember that when hoodies first?
Oh, there we go.
Hold on, let's go back to
party mode.
Do you remember that when hoodies first came out? The only hoodies that they had were the Gap ones, like when they got popular. Look at this
Hey,
thing.
you got to switch the camera.
I am. I've switched it. Look, it's in party mode right now. I'm looking. At it. Check this thing out. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. She should get it to where it's like follows the sound. But earlier she has an app, I guess, because earlier she told Siri to put it in party mode, and Siri just did it. Look at that, dude.
The party mode chandelier. God, I can't believe that 4 people are still hanging on. 6 now. Still hanging on for dear life on this.
Here, let's get out of here. Okay.
All right, so let's get back because I did put this out on this new group I'm in, right? I want to talk more about this group. So it's basically just a bunch of old heads like me, you know, and we're hanging on for dear life to that memory of that one night that we were at Club 1 or Club 7.
Oh, Club 7, that's a good one too.
And Club 7 was a good one.
Yep.
Do you remember when? Here was the thing about Club 7 that was funny, is you'd go there. Of course, you'd be fucked up, right? You'd go there, and this is what would really happen because we don't hold back here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
So Serge only remembers Jinko jeans. I can't see you in Jinko jeans.
I had Jinko jeans. I didn't have the big, like the monster ones, but I did have Jinko jeans.
But you'd be at Club 7, and everybody'd be drinking, man. And there was one bathroom, one unisex bathroom. That's the term, unisex, right?
Yep.
Which I don't really understand because both sexes go in there, but uni means one as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, so you're all standing outside, and a group of about 20 people come running out, and a group of about 20 people go running in together, and I can assure you, none of you went to the bathroom.
They were all doing other stuff.
Nobody went to the bathroom.
Hey, do you know what I remember about Dallas bars?
Shout out to Ronnie Bruno, DJ Ragman, too, in that era.
Do you remember what I remember about the bar era?
Nothing.
You could smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember you could smoke a cigarette?
Yes.
See, some people don't remember that they could even smoke a cigarette in a bar. I'm talking about like in a club.
No.
In the bar.
Openly and freely.
Chain smoke. You're not on the patio. You're
Nope.
chain smoking.
Nope.
You're bumming cigarettes off of people. That's how you hit on chicks. Hey, you see one smoking? Hey, can I get a
lighter
drink?
cigarette for you?
Yes. Oh, dude, there's just so many, like, the art of the I don't even smoke cigarettes, but I smoke cigarettes in the club.
Smoke cigarettes then. I had a buddy that didn't smoke cigarettes, but he would literally hook up all the time just because he was so fly with the lighting of the cigarette. So timely, right? Like, I know you're busy trying to figure out this fuckery we got going here, but
I think it went down again.
how does it just go down?
I don't know. It's the internet.
And that looks like we're back up. Or on my end, we are. So,
I'm not sure what we're doing. Like, we're marginally on there. And now we're back. I don't know.
now we're back. Now we're out again.
Do what?
Huh? Too many devices?
I don't know. We're on. We're still on. According to this, we're still on.
All right. Well, anyways, so so all these cool places to go and hang out, but they're all getting brought back to life on this one group, right? On Facebook. It's just really cool.
Yeah. Well, keep going, Bob.
That's it. Lizard Lounge.
Oh, is it still open or did it finally close?
I don't know. I think it closed. Cigarette vending machines. Man, you talk about getting hosed on some.
Dude, you were paying like $15 for a pack of
charge
cigarettes.
whatever. If you had one of those, there's people that had those that have probably been retired since then. Like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put a cigarette vending machine in this bar, and then I'm done. I'm done. Let these people smoke themselves to death on my $15 pack of cigarettes.
So outside of Lizard Lounge, and I was working in radio at the time, so we were broadcasting out there.
Sure.
There was a guy that would sell hot dogs.
Yes, totally remember it. Yeah.
But this dude would get you, man, because he would do like an open face hot dog, and I think he would cut it in half, so it was like down the middle, so it was like half a wiener.
A butterfly hot dog.
Yeah, like a butterfly hot dog. But dude, I remember he was charging because he never gave us a discount, but for like a hot dog and a drink and some chips, it was like $10 or $15.
Yeah.
For a fucking hot dog, and. But the thing is that by 2 a.m., dude, the girls are leaving. They're drunk. Oh, I want to go get breakfast. No, girl, I got you right here. Let's go get some food and then get you in the car and go. Because they knew if they went and got breakfast, the girl would pass out before they got home. So that guy made a killing, man. From like 1 a.m. until 3 a.m., he was making a killing.
I mean, he totally did. And, I mean, he made a killing off me. Now, here's another one. We talked about Adair's, right?
We talked about Adair's last week.
And there was a taco place right next door to Adair's.
There was?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Gustavo, by the way.
It was like Taco. What's
shout
up?
out to Gustavito.
Gustavito. Gustavo's been to all these places.
Gustavito's still going to those places.
Gustavo
They've been
needs to
closed for
have-
10 years. He's
Gustavo
still going
needs
there.
to be a guest on our show to tell us what the fuck's happening now. Because
Gustavito
I have no idea.
Gustavito knows everything, bro.
I have no idea what's going on now in Dallas as far as bars and clubs go.
By the way, the lights just changed.
Yeah, it's the fucking.
Are you sure the chandelier's not haunted,
I don't
bro?
know, dude. It's hard to figure.
I think the
out.
chandelier's haunted. So, hold on. What were we talking about before that? We lost our train of thought. What were we talking about?
That's not hard to do after 5 whiskeys.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
You're talking about bars, clubs,
Bars and clubs, but
the
what?
guy with the hot dogs.
Oh yeah, the guy with the hot dogs. That guy made a killing, dude.
You already said that, but we'll talk about it again. Go ahead.
But no, I'm just saying he made a killing. But think about the other places that made a killing. Do you go to IHOP at 3 a.m.?
dude,
You talking about the taco place? You're talking about taco place next
IHOP
to
at
Adair's.
3 a.m. They had something. Oh man, they had like a. It was like a. I want to say they called it something weird, like the Pan American burrito or something.
The Pan American burrito.
But it was basically like a big Mexican breakfast burrito, right? That's what it was. And it just had all sorts of hot sauce and cheese on it. And it was tiny. It was about that big, right? It was about this big, hanging off the thing. And why did they serve everything with 3 pancakes? Like if you got a Pan American burrito,
Here's 3 pancakes.
what are you going to do with the 3 pancakes? So you'd have to smoke like, some weed before
Before
you-
you get the Pan American
or you
burrito.
couldn't eat it. I mean, you're just looking at it like, what am I going to do with this thing? Kind of like most of the chicks you'd pick up from these places, right? Like, what am I going to do with this thing? I don't know. I don't know if I can take all this one.
Take one for the team.
Mm-hmm.
We've all taken one for the team.
We have. So here's some other things that get talked about in this show or in this group is. And I think they might have erased my
They've
deal.
already kicked you off the
fuckers.
group.
Yeah. No, they didn't erase me, but
They've already removed
they
you.
removed me. I think they just didn't air our deal. But the other thing is, how many people lived in the village at some point in
Ooh,
time in
yeah.
your life?
I didn't live in the village, but I was there a lot.
I've done 2 stints.
You did 2 stints in the
2
village?
stints, yeah.
Does the village still do the parade? Isn't there like a
Yeah.
big parade on like
no, they do.
Halloween?
No, they do. It wrecks the entire area. Like you can't even. God forbid on that Saturday if you got to go to work, you're fucked. You can't. I mean, people are. You mean St. Patty's Day parade?
No, I'm talking about didn't they do like a Halloween one?
No,
like
they're
the drag
big.
or the drag parade or whatever.
No, that's not the no, that's not the village. The village is right here at Greenville and Lovers.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
talking
you're
about
talking about down in Cedar Springs,
Yes.
Oakland. Yes.
Well, when you
so
said
I've
the
lived.
village.
Okay, so I've lived in both. I've lived in both places, right? So I've experienced the drag queens and just the drunk Irish and everyone else, right?
Okay, first of all, no Irish people go to the parade.
Well, I think they go, but
There's like 90% people that are non-Irish.
as they say, everyone's Irish that day.
They are.
People are having sex in like porta potties and shit.
It's true.
Come out with blue water on their leg and stuff.
Oh, dude, St. Patty's Day is one of the worst days in Dallas. I mean, it really is. There's nothing that's really equivalent.
Do you know
to
that our St. Patty's Day celebration is like one of the top 3 biggest in the country?
And there's not even that many Irish.
I think Chicago and New York are the only
Boston.
ones that are bigger. Or Boston, maybe.
It's Boston.
But ours is like top 3 or 4. And man, people go down there and they just get crunk.
Gustavito says he's Venezuelan Irish.
I actually believe that.
He drinks like he's Irish.
Hey, so tomorrow at work, could you bring us Venezuelan Irish empanadas? Can we get that? Because I bet those are good. They got like potatoes and beef in them.
Potatoes and beef and
And a Guinness.
And a Guinness. There you go. So, what else are we talking about? We're just like all over the place. We've stayed in some kind of form or fashion, but
Okay, I'd like to just say this right now. Not a lot of planning goes into this.
there should be. Don't get me wrong. There should be.
There should be more. That's probably my part, but there should be more planning. But I kind of like I kind of like the idea of just coming here, getting a buzz on some whiskey, and just talking about whatever. It's fun, you know. So let's go here, right? We're staying with Dallas.
We should go with Dallas.
Go ahead.
Well, we should talk about cars at some point because
Cars.
We
Yeah,
do
that's
sell
right.
cars.
That's right, cars. So let's talk about cars. So right now we're off to a ripping start after 2 days.
Yeah, after 2 days, it's a good month already.
For those of you that don't know, I'm pretty sure the 4 of you that are on here right now know. But anybody viewing this at a later date, we sell cars.
Selling cars like candy bars.
Specifically, people will ask me, what kind of cars do you sell? I'll say, well, the used kind. Specifically used.
$8,000 to $80,000 is what I tell people.
$8,000 to $80,000. Actually, $8,000 to $120,000.
Well, I know, but on average, it's about
Yeah.
$80,000.
True.
120 is not always something that we do. But, this is the time of year. You get that tax money. You get that little extra. You ready to buy a car?
You get that little infusion of cash.
The influx of income.
Bam, and you're ready to buy a car, right?
Mm-hmm. You ain't bought a car since the last time you had one.
Which was
The year.
possibly last tax season.
Hey, we work with all people. Don't get me wrong. Everybody
No.
gets tax return. People with good credit, bad credit, no credit.
No, we work with all credit. We work with all people. Our doors are shut to no one, and that's the truth. Our doors are shut to no one. We actually can help you. I sell cars to people who can't finance.
David.
Well, David, if that's true, I'm not sure if you should sell him a car. I mean, no offense. I think you're making a big mistake there.
Yeah.
The only thing fatter than my face on this video is your right hand.
With my left hand.
Your left hand's fat too. we got a treat coming. Sergio, we do this at my house, and it's obviously late, and he lives an hour away.
At this point, it's like 35 minutes.
35 minutes away. But we've got T-bone steaks or ribeye steaks and shrimp cocktail and food ready right when we get done.
Are you sure it's going to be ready right when we get done? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, just like the chandelier took 6 months to
Exactly.
show up.
I'm just saying. Right off the card, not the salesman.
Yeah. I think the last show we did, my boy Brian Spagnola came on. He's a car guy. He was on here, enjoying things and talking about car stuff. If you're a car guy, car stuff's fun to talk about. It's sad to say that because we talk about it all day because we're there. But after work, it's fun and funny to talk about the shit that we go through on a daily basis. I mean, it's funny, right?
Yeah, because it's a whole. Every day is different. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still trying to sell a car. You're still working with customers,
right?
But you always run into just like this weird customers. You're always going to get one every couple of days. I had one time that the guy said, "Hey," he looked at the car, he liked it, and he said, "Hey, can I show it to my dad?" Yeah, I don't care. Go show it to your dad. I'm gonna go for a drive with my dad. Okay, cool. So he goes and grabs dad from the car, and dad is in an urn. He took the ashes of his dad on a test drive. I'd like to make that up. I'd like to say I'm making that up, but I'm not.
I'm kind of freaked out right now by that, the story of that guy. So he just brought the ashes.
But he drove it first, and then he said, "Hey, can I show it to my dad?" It's like, yeah. He's like, you like the car? Yeah, I want to show it to my dad. Cool. Okay. I want somebody to help you sign off on this car. And then he goes to the car and he breaks out dad and just he straps dad into the passenger seat.
What'd you say?
He strapped dad's ashes, his urn, into the passenger seat.
With the seatbelt?
Yeah.
He seatbelted the.
I mean, he didn't want the ashes to come spilling out in the car. He did. I wish I was making this up. This really happened.
I'm about to just stop using the glass at this point. Just drink right out of the bottle. Because that's fucked up. I mean, what?
But that's the kind of stuff that happens. I mean, you run into stuff like that.
Yeah, David, we get it. You deal with some really interesting clients.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's just that selling cars is interesting. They have movies out about it. They've got books out about it. They've got dudes that travel around and talk about it, and they got guys that have figured it out. And you don't know what you're doing. I figured it out.
You know what they really need that they don't have?
What?
They need a reality show. There is
So-
not a reality show about the car business.
So at my prior place of employment, we had a group come out that wanted to pilot a reality show at our dealership. Long story very short, we decided we just couldn't let that happen.
Because they would see all the.
Just couldn't let it happen.
They would see way too much.
No, we couldn't let it happen. You know what I mean? Like it was too reality for reality TV.
It really is.
There's no. You just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it at all, ever.
So that's why it hasn't happened.
That's what hasn't.
I mean, you
happened.
see like Property Brothers and the Flip or Flop people doing with that mortgage business.
or the pawn shop dudes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're scumbags.
You see all that, but you don't see the car. The car business doesn't get any love.
No, dude.
But I guess because they don't want to see the truth.
Well, there's a lot going on, right? I mean, the car business is old and established, and it's like there's a reason why finance paperwork is like 40 pages. Here's why: because every time somebody got fucked over, they added a page. It's true.
It's just an amendment.
No, they added a page to it, and not the customer necessarily, but both ways, right? I mean, the dealer or the bank or the customer. There's three people. There's three groups you're thinking about here.
Yep.
There's the dealership, there's the customer, and there's the lender if it's a finance deal, right?
Yep.
And those three people ultimately all have to get treated fairly,
Yeah, they have to
Okay.
get a fair shake.
a fair shake. And every time one of the three of them doesn't get a fair shake, they got another piece of paper coming out. Oh, hang on, let's get this document together and slap that in there real quick. That's what happens.
Let's just keep making more documents. And before you know it, we've got a contract that's 40 pages long.
It's a house deal.
It's in-house. Let's do it.
No, it's a house deal. You're buying a house.
Oh, yeah. No, a house deal's still longer than 40 pages.
Oh, no, way longer. But eventually,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So, what else we got? We got anything else tonight, Bob?
I don't think we do. I think I'm just hungry. Are you?
I think my stomach was growling earlier, and I was afraid that the mic would catch.
When does your stomach not growl?
It actually just started just now.
I mean, you and I eat a lot.
I've actually started eating less. Thank you very much.
Have you?
Yeah.
You look svelte in your hoodie.
Yeah. I've been working out,
right.
actually.
Well, hey, those of you that showed up tonight and checked us out, thank you.
See, that's my stomach.
We're here for the peeps, but right now, the peeps got to get some steak.
Peeps got to get some food. We
Got to get some food in us.
So, I think that's going to wrap us up. So, on behalf of myself and Bobby Shoes here, we are Bourbons and Lax.
Y'all take it easy.
I'll let you later. Next time.
Later.